These, of course, are going to be fitting together at some point, but not right now, since we only get 4 stages here in the United States. We kind of get shafted on that, so what's going on, all you beautiful builders out there? Welcome back to the channel. We got a hot delivery in. This is box 8, stages 27 through 30 of the Fanhome Build Your Own Michael Bay Optimus Prime. If you guys are interested in building this, I'll leave a link in the description down below. But let's go ahead and get up top and get this thing open. All right, here we go, guys. Let's crack this thing open. And let's see what we got inside. Get that paper out of there. All right, we got our pieces here. 27, 28, 29, and 30. And here's our magazines. Let's go ahead and get this box out of the way. All right, here's all 4 bags right here. Go ahead and move those, and let's take a look at those magazines. And here's all 4 magazines. Let's go ahead and get started on stage 27. All right, guys, here's stage 27. Let's go ahead and get a look through the magazine here. Let's talk about the hacker Glenn Whitman here. The Optimus trailer. There's some more on the animated series here. Bombshell. Decepticon series. All right, here we're going to go ahead and get into the build here. Looks like we're building the torso. Here's all the parts. And here's how it's going to look when we're done. And it's going to be this section right here. All right, let's get started. All right, before we get too far into it, I'm going to show you my new screwdriver here. I got the Fantic. It's a really nice screwdriver. Holds everything inside. You just push it down, the screwdriver pops up. And we have our electric screwdriver here. It's got a low and high gear, and then in the middle it locks, so you can just use it like a regular screwdriver. Then the bits come out, and you have all the different bits here. On the Phillips bits, we have from quadruple 0, pH 0, up to pH 1 here, and we have some longer ones, which is nice. We have all the different kind of bits, Torx bits, star bits, flathead, anything you can imagine is in here. Has a nice magnetizer and demagnetizer, because sometimes it's nice to it's helpful not to have a magnetized screwdriver, so you can magnetize it and demagnetize it. I like how all the bits are held in magnetically. And it also comes with a nice little pry bar for prying little parts off if you need to, which is nice. And a nice set of tweezers. Comes in this really sleek aluminum alloy, kind of a matte gray finish. When you're using a screwdriver, it just sits in there like that. To lock it down, you just click this in. The screwdriver will lock down magnetically. And again, hold everything in nice and tight. And right on the bottom is your USB-C charging port. If you guys are interested in this screwdriver here, I'll leave a link to my Amazon Associate store down below. You can click on that and it'll take you right to this. Super nice screwdriver. I highly recommend it. Let's go ahead and get started. Now we're just going to go ahead and get all of our parts out on this stage here. We got 2 IP screws that we're going to be using. Yeah, we have 27A here. We have 27C and 27D. And 27C and 27D, we're just going to put it in to these 2 holes. We're just going to push that in. Just a friction fit. Just like that. And now we're going to put 27C in on the other side. Just the same way, and they're going to look just like that. All right, now we got a 27B, and this one's going to go in this hole right here. It's going to slide in. It only goes in one way. It's kind of keyed to fit into the hole. So we're going to put that in. Fits in pretty snug. You can see there it's kind of keyed right on the bottom, right there, so it won't turn. Now we're going to flip that over and we're going to screw that in one of those IP screws. There we go. It'll look just like that. And we're all done with stage 27. Go ahead and move on to stage 28. All right, here's stage 28. Let's get a look through the magazine. We got to talk about the power of the AllSpark here. Car robots information here. The Legend of Optimus Prime. A little bit of information on Cosmos here. Autobots Series 5. More about the animated series here. We got some more Transformers on this page here, the toys. And then we're going to get into our build here. I'm working more on the pelvis. Here's our parts and our screws. And yeah, we're going to hook it all together. And when we're done, we should have this. And again, we're working on the torso. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we're going to bring this pelvis part back out that we did in our last stage. Okay, we're also going to need part 28B, 28C, and 2 BM screws. The 28B is going to go in to this connection right here. It's going to slide into these 2 spots just like that. And then we're going to put 28C right over the top of that. It's got one just rounded side and one rounded side with a notch. That notch goes down towards the bottom. It's going to slide on just like that. And we're going to go ahead and screw that in. But first I'm going to put a little drop of oil on those 2 connections. There we go. I'm going to put that back on. And we're going to go ahead and screw those in with the 2 BM screws. There's one. All right, it's nice and snug on there. And I'm going to set that to the side. Now we need this big piece of metal. This is 28A. We need 28D and 28E and 4 WP screws. Just like this. And then we're going to put 28E over the top of that. Yeah, and we're going to go ahead and screw that in with those 4 WP screws. There we go. Those are in nice and snug. And then that turns on there like that. All right, that's all there is to do in stage 28. Let's go ahead and move on to stage 29. Okay, here's stage 29. Let's go ahead and take a look at the magazine. More information on Colonel Sharp here. The Quest for Peace. There's some information on Shrapnel. More about the Decepticon toys here. And here we're going to go ahead and get into our build here, working on the pelvis and the torso. Here's our parts. And when we get done, we should have this. Go ahead and get started. All right, we got 29A and 29E. And we're going to slide this in. Got a little pin on the back. And it's going to fit right into this hole here. It's going to put it in there and push it in. All right, it's going to look just like this. Okay, now we got 29B and 29F, and we're going to do the same thing. These are just like a mirror image of each other. Going to put that one in and push it in same way. All right. There we go. Yeah, we got the other half of the pelvis here from our last stage. And we have 29C and 1 DM screw. Okay, we're going to take 29C and we're going to push it into this hole right here. Now it's got one, it's almost like a D-shaped flat on one side. So it only goes in one direction. I'm going to lock it in there and we're going to screw it from the other side with that BM screw. we go. Nice and snug. Now we're going to bring that other half of the pelvis back out, and we have another 29C and another BM screw. And we're going to do the same thing on it, just on this side here. Again, it only goes in one direction. Just put it in there and kind of turn it, and it'll slot right in. And we're going to go ahead and screw that in. I'm going to go ahead and put a little oil on that and see if it goes in easier. And just dip it right in there like that. And we'll see how that goes in with a little oil on it. It went right in. Nice. Yeah, that was metal. I thought that was plastic. I was wondering why I was using a BM screw. But these little things are metal. Anyway, it's going to look just like that. Okay, so this is what we got now. We're all done with stage 29. Let's go ahead and move to stage 30. All right, here we are with stage 30. Let's go ahead and take a look at the magazine. All right, talking about magic on screen here, the special effects of Transformers. Information on Omega Supreme. This is Skids. And Transformers Victory, new year, new series. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and get into the build here. Here's our parts. And this is what we're going to have when we're done. And again, this section here in the torso that we're working on. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, we got 30D and 1 MP screw, and we're going to be attaching this on. Okay, we're going to be putting the screw into 30D, and we're going to be screwing it down just far enough so that it can slide into this slot right here. So we're going to put the screw in so that it's just far enough that it can slide into this slot, which should be about all the way down. See if I can hold that tight enough. Let's see how that is. It's a little loose. Let's go a little tighter if we can. There we go. It fits nice and snug. Gonna look just like that. See the screw head in there. Nice and snug. Okay, now we're going to bring out the other side of the pelvis. And we've got 30C and another MP screw. This one's going to go in this hole. And the little notch on the top is going to slide in just like that. And then we're going to screw it in from this side with that other MP screw. Sometimes you're just going to have to go to a thinner screwdriver. Let's try this. See if I can get it going. There we go. Almost. This is a really tough one to get to. Strip the head out on that screw. There we go. It's nice and snug now. All right, it's going to look like that. Very tough to get in here because you got to hit that screw at an angle. So it starts wanting to strip that head, but a lot of pressure. Got it in there. You know, we got 30A and 30F. And 30F's just going to push these two pins into these two holes on 30A. Let's go ahead and get those in there. Let's line them up and snap them in. All right, it's going to look like that. Okay, now we have 30E, and we're going to snap that one into these two holes. Okay, it's going to look like this. Now we got 30B, 30G, and 30H. And we're going to do the same thing. This is just a mirror image. Just on the other side, snap those in. There we go. Put this one in. Just like that. All right, we're going to bring this torso piece out from the previous stage. And we're going to put step 3 is going to go on this side. And we're going to put these two pins here into these two holes here. And they're stagger stepped. And we're just going to put those in and push them in, hopefully. There we go. Tap those all the way in. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side with the stage 4, step 4. Snap that one in. All right, it's going to look just like that. Nice and shiny metallic. Okay, now we're going to bring these two pieces back out, and we're also going to put those on here. They're going to be going into these holes here and here. To get the right ones for it, they're kind of a D-shaped peg again, so it only goes in one direction. You just want to make sure you have the right one on the right side. And we're just going to push that in. All the way snap them down in there. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. That one in there. All right, it's going to look just like this. All right, this is all the pieces we had in this box. We only get 4 stages here in the United States, so it is what it is. Ain't nothing we can really do about that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get back to the main camera.
We're done.
All right, guys. And we are all done with box 8, stages 27 through 30. So we ended up with these pieces here. We're working on the torso and on the pelvis. So we got more of this pelvis done here. And we have this cross member here, which turns. So I'm guessing this is going to be part of how his torso turns. Yeah, really simple, easy build this time. Really enjoying this Fantic screwdriver. It works out very nicely. It's going to come in real handy on those stages, especially on the Agora models where you have like 50 screws in one stage. So I believe this is supposed to screw in around 700 screws on one charge. And of course that depends on how tough those are going in, how much struggle it has, but it seemed to do pretty good here. Yeah, I really like this screwdriver. Again, I'll leave a link to it down below, my Amazon associate link if you guys want to check that out. Just click on that link and it'll take you right to it. Appreciate you guys stopping by. I got a couple of more builds on the way. Again, I have a Roker wooden AR-15 that I'm making, and I also have a Jeep that I'm gonna build too, an Army Jeep. So looking forward to getting those done and put out for you guys. If you enjoy these kind of model builds, I appreciate a like and subscribe. It helps the channel out immensely. And I'll see you next time. I'm thechewysolo, and this is Black and Red Builds. See ya.
Woo! Now that is a whole lot of fun right there.